Hello, this is Gigaschatten bringing you a short tip on how to build torpedoes. As you might know, there are three types of ships. One are kind of cargo ships, which don't have any defenses at all. Like this one, this is just a freighter. It has just engines and huge cargo spaces. Then you have fighting ships, which have torpedoes and beam weapons. For example, this is now the lizard race. This is race number 2, the Gorn reptilian types. For them, for example, this T-Rex class battleship has beam weapons and torpedoes. And there's another type. I think I have one here. This is a carrier. It has beam weapons and it can launch little fighters. Okay. Now, but topic of this video is how to build torpedoes or get at least torpedoes onto the ship. Okay, there are multiple ways of doing that. Number one, your ship is orbiting a planet where a starbase has been built. Okay, as long as the starbase has a torpedo tech of equal or higher than the torpedo tech available on the ship, you can build torpedoes directly at the starbase and transfer them to the ship. So let's have a look. I have a torpedo tech level of 10, the maximum set. And when I click on torpedoes, I can now build every torpedo type I want because I have researched them. So if this, let's go for another base, maybe at this one. This has only torpedo tech of 8. So I can build torpedoes from Mark 1 to Mark 7, but I can't build Mark 8. You know, it's grayed out unless I upgrade the torpedo tech here. So let's get back to here. And let's say this ship has Mark 7 torpedoes. And, Mark 7 torpedo tubes, sorry. Now I'm going to build Mark 7 torpedoes, 10 of the kind. And since it has the compatible tubes for that, I can transfer that from that base to this ship. Okay, so this is ship with the ID 63. And I transferred 10 torpedoes onto this ship because I have an equivalent compatible torpedo tubes on board. Let's move to another ship. This is also a T-Rex class ship. It has also Mark 7 torpedoes. And now what I can also do is I can transfer from the other ship the amount of torpedoes I want. So I want 14 on this one and 3 on this. So I can do a ship to ship transfer. Okay. Right. So let's equally distribute that somewhat. The next way of doing it is that I load the ship with 1 uranium, 1 titanium, 1 molybdenum. And there are tables where you can look that up, how much a torpedo costs for each tech level. For example, Mark 7 torpedoes cost 36 mega credits for 1 torpedo. And if I set now the friendly code to make torpedoes, the ship will try to generate and build, the crew will then assemble from these 3 minerals a torpedo warhead. So next turn I will have -1 uranium, titanium and moly on this ship, but +1 torpedo. And if I want 10 of those, so let's revert that, 10, 10, 10, and 360 mega credits. As you can see, it will supply the ship with 10 torpedo tubes. The drawback of this is you don't instantly get the torpedoes directly, but on the next turn. Whereas if I build them on the starbase and then transfer them onto the ship, I have them immediately. On the other hand, you don't always have a starbase at hand. So I can just hover over a planet. So let's see if I have a ship somewhere where I don't have anything. Yes, here it is. And this is a good example. I have a cloaked ship over this planet. It has 3 Mark 6 torpedo tubes on board. And I want to have more. I have currently 13 torpedoes on board, and I want to have more. So I gathered the mega credits, and I saw that although I have 26 of each mineral here and 24 of molybdenum, I can't build 24 torpedoes because I only have the money to build 3 of them. But there's no starbase here, so I can build these torpedoes anywhere I want. As long as I have the minerals, right? 1 of each type plus the mega credits. Now the thing is, if the base has like Mark 8 torpedoes, I can't use them on the ships. So even if I say transfer, you see, they don't show up, all right? Because they are incompatible, right? And also lower ones don't work. So if I have one Mark IV and would like to transfer that from the base, I can't. You need to have the matching torpedo type in order to be able to transfer them. Now, there is another method on getting torpedoes onto a ship, and that's by scooping minefields. Now, if you see this kind of green circle, this is a minefield. Look at the top right here into this area. If I hover over it, it says 490 mines are here in a radius of 22 light years. Okay. If I set the mission of this ship to minesweep, it will try with the beams to sweep enemy mines. Sweeping means to destroy enemy mines. Okay. So here are enemy mines. And if with my ship, I would be at the border of the minefield somewhere here, and I would state the mission to minesweep. I would sweep 1,000 mines with these beam weapons. And since we have 1,665 mines, in 2 turns, I would be able, in theory, to sweep this minefield. But if I have an own minefield, like this one's here, the green one, and I set the friendly code, so not only the mission to minesweep, but the friendly code to minescoop. Look, I have 9 torpedoes, and if I now change this, it will kind of destroy, or in other words, reconvert the mines, which were laid here, into torpedoes. And the amount of torpedoes on this ship would increase next turn from 9 to 15. On the other hand, my minefield would be gone. Okay? And same, it's the other way around. I have now an existing minefield, and I want to lay more, and I will say lay mines, all of them. I could also say only half of them. With the friendly codes, I will show that. Then the minefield, you see, would expand, would be larger. And if I would say, okay, I don't want to lay all torpedoes as minefield, but maybe only half of them, there are certain codes for that. And for this, we will have to look at the documentation. There's the MD command, and MDH means lay only half of them. Okay, so it will round down from 9 torpedoes, round it down, lay only 4. So the size will increase by this amount, and there are other friendly codes, but we are not going to go through them yet, but this will be part of another series. Okay, so again, many ways on building and providing torpedoes to ships which have torpedo tubes. You need a compatible torpedo tube in order to get the amount of torpedoes. From the tech level wise, each torpedo tube costs a different amount of money. Please refer to the docs, or I will show that to you in another section. I can transfer torpedoes from one ship to the other and also scoop them. And this is how you can supply ships with torpedoes. Thanks for watching. Gigaschatten Over and out.